According to reports, Kyrie Irving is expected to make his Mavericks debut tomorrow night against the Clippers. Luka Doncic is still out with a heel injury. He's expected to be with the team tomorrow night, but not to play. Shannon, do you think Kyrie and Luka are going to work together?
Well, the question is how soon and how well would these two ball-dominant players mesh together? To Luka's credit, he has made guards look really, really well. Jalen Brunson played really well alongside Luka. He went to greener pasture because he wanted the ball more in his hands, more so than Luka. You look at Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie was coming at night. He didn't have the ball as much in his hands as he had it in Brooklyn prior to KD and Kyrie arriving, Skip. So we know what he's capable of doing, but he was having a very good season playing alongside Luka Doncic. Luka was on a path of an unsustainable rate, and that's over 35% usage rate, which would have been the fifth highest in NBA history. And he's made his boisterous displeasure.
Well, I mean, it's not, you can sustain it. It just,
he'd be done once he gets to the playoffs, though.
Okay,
He'd be done.
Okay.
Skip, can they win a title? I don't know if they can win a title, but I do believe they can scare the hell out of some people. Because you got two guys that on a given night can go get you 50. Mm-hmm. We know Luka's going to get you 30. Kyrie, with that bag, his float game, his layup package, left, right, the handles that he possesses, he can catch and shoot, he can get the mid-range game, he can shoot the three. He has no weakness offensively. The question is defensively, because Luka and Kyrie are liabilities on the defensive end. And they lost one of their better wing defenders in Dorian Finney-Smith. Yep. Now, they still have Bullock. They still have Hardaway. They can bomb threes if they get hot, and both guys can break you down off the dribble, Kyrie and Luka. The question is, Skip, I don't believe they can win a title, but I believe they're going to scare the hell out of some people because they got two elite-level scorers. I'm not saying that Luka does it with the efficiency that KD does, but he can get you just as many buckets as KD does, and he can get them in a lot of different ways. He's more dipsy-doodle and speed you up, slow you down, get the ball to the rim. KD's just going, mid-range, three-point shot, put you on the block, turn around and shoot over the top of you. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this thing mesh. I don't think they'll win the title, Skip. I say that again. I don't think they'll win a title, but they're going to scare the hell out of some people.
I do remind you that last year's playoffs, they scared the hell out of Phoenix because they sent them to the equivalent of NBA hell in Game 7 in their own building.
They beat the brakes off, by 40 almost, I think. It might have more.
It was all-time shameful.
It was. The Game 7 on your home court.
Okay. I slept on this. I thought about this. It will not work.
Why?
There is no way they can even remotely think about winning a championship together. Although, just quickly before I launch on this, Jason Kidd did some of the ultimate spin control yesterday. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? He says, again, you got to say these things, but he says, you look at Kyrie's journey at other stops, he's won where he's gone.
What?
What?
He ain't winning at Boston?
Wait. When he was by himself in Cleveland as a young player, they were horrendous. They were bad. Right? They were lottery.
Yeah.
Okay?
You got Andrew Wiggins and Bennett.
Okay. And then he goes to Boston, and I don't think so. And
they won more once he wasn't on the court and once he left.
That is correct. And they took LeBron to Game 7 without him, right? Yes. When he was hurt.
Yes.
And then he goes to Brooklyn, and what happened? I don't know anything. Right. I can't give you anything, right? Mm-hmm. And he was on the floor last year. I know Kevin was a nightmare, Kevin Durant, but again, they got swept.
Yes. Okay,
so, Jason, what are you talking about? He says, we feel that getting Kyrie is going to put us in a position to win a championship. Okay, I'm not seeing that. And then he goes on about the usage rate for Luka is going to come. He says he's at 99.9 right now, and he's exaggerating that. It's going to come down some. So actually, he'll be a lot stronger in the fourth quarter because of Kyrie. Well, I'm sorry, I don't see that. And then he said, it's easy to look at all the talk of the negative, but let's look at the positive, what he's done on and off the court. I don't know a lot of positive on or off the court because I know nothing but issues. Right?
No, he's been good, Skip. He's donated money. He's
okay. All right, I'll give you that. But we got all kinds of controversies.
Oh, yeah. On the court is one thing, but I think, he's WNBA. He's been very generous with them.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'm with you. Mm-hmm. Okay, fair points. Point taken. Now, here's the problem. You want to talk about a clash of wills. We have a Kyrie coming in who does have a ring, who did hit the shot of shots in a Game 7 in an NBA Finals.
Yes.
And in his eyes, when he looks in the mirror, he is the man.
Yeah.
And he's going to walk in the locker room and say, I'm the guy now.
Right.
And you, Mr. Doncic, I know you've done some things, but you haven't done that thing yet, right? Because you don't have anything to show for what you've done.
Right.
Because you haven't even played in an NBA Finals. Right. And I know what it feels like to play in an NBA Finals. So you have an imbalance of power because the better player right now is clearly Luka.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the more decorated player, the more revered player is obviously a guy who they made a movie off him called Uncle Drew. You know, like he has handles that we've never seen before. You could argue he has the greatest handle in the history of the game.
I'd agree.
This side of Globetrotters that we've seen, various Globetrotters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's going to be a clash of wills where somebody has to be in charge and somebody has to take the back seat. And I say Luka is not going to sit still for this because you want to talk about being spoiled into a role? Well, he is the man unquestioned in Dallas, Texas. So whatever he feels like doing, when he wants to take his shot or get his shot, he is just going to do it. And Kyrie's never had to put up with that before.
Right.
Because LeBron was great for Kyrie because LeBron was very comfortable to say, you do your thing.
Right.
You know,
especially come fourth quarter. Hey, Kyrie, if Kyrie ever got it going, LeBron would give him the ball, go stand in the corner.
He would. He'd say, do your thing and show me what you got tonight, and you can just go and go and go, and I'll be completely content. As long as we win the game, I'll be content. Luka is not built like that. Luka won't stand for that for 1 second. And Luka needs catch-and-shoot three-point shooters, and that's why Hardaway has had sort of a revival of his career with Luka, and Dinwiddie was falling into that mold. Finney Smith was in that mold. That's what they have to do. But
that's why they signed Bertans, even though it hadn't worked out really well for him.
Worked out. But when Luka gets doubled, he sort of jump passes out of the double and gets the ball to an open shooter who catches it on one hop and shoots it. That's how you do it. Well, Kyrie doesn't want to be relegated into a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter. He needs to operate on his side of the floor. I just don't think Luka's going to stand still for this, and you're going to have to stand still for Kyrie because that's how he
But do you
rolls.
think they can scare some people with the two elite-level scorers that they are, and they can put the ball in the basket with with the best of them?
Okay, I guess you can't if you have dual heat checks going. But it's going to be hard because there's only one basketball. True. So I don't know how that works. And he's on a career-high pace for his usage rate, right?
38.5.
And yet last year, remember, he averaged 23 shots a game to Jalen Brunson's 13. Well, Jalen Brunson's all-star quality.
Right.
But he is an NBA rarity, coached by his father, who's now on the staff of the Knicks. His father taught him right. His father taught him, you do what is asked of you to do. Whatever role needs to be
especially
filled.
Especially the point guard.
Yeah, you fill the role.
Yeah.
And he was completely content with Luka. If Luka got a little winded or a little gassed, you go.
Right.
But this was rare. He didn't get that many shots. And yet when it was time for him to take over, he would take over and only take 13 shots. Kyrie will not be happy with 13 shots a game.
I don't think Kyrie taking 13.
No, he won't. So we have this imbalance, this clash. It'll be fun to watch. I'll be all eyes. And yet it's going to be ironic because they're going to play at Clippers, and I'm pretty sure Kyrie is going to play. This is tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And he's going to play, and Luka is already ruled out.
Well, the way y'all playing there, all the energy be gone.
Okay.
All the energy be gone to get the crib. It ain't gonna be tonight.
Okay, well, that's probably true. But Kyrie's going to get a little fooled by the fact that it's going to be his team tomorrow night, and at some point Luka's heel is going to heal,
right.
H-E-A-L, heal, right?
Yeah.
And he's going to be back, and now it will start. The soap opera will start.
I'm definitely going to be watching because I think both of them probably go for 30 the first night.
You think so?
Yep.
It's going to be must-see TV, that's for sure. Right now, guys, Luka is averaging the most points per game in the NBA, 34.2. I'm very intrigued to see how this experiment works or doesn't. All right, Jalen Hurts. Gentlemen, is he throwing some shade at Patrick Mahomes?
No.
Is he giving some bulletin board material? Let's dive into that when Undisputed returns.